Welcome to Season 2, episode number 19 of Chatting with Chargers. I got 10, he's got 9. I'm your host and producer, Thomas Maynard, here with my co-host and event coordinator.
I'm Relkin.
You gotta coordinate some events for us there, Adam.
I know.
And, just some dude.
Rob Dillman. I'm just here. I'm just here. I just decided to show up.
Decided to show up.
Rolled out of bed and decided to show up. I felt like it.
Well, yeah. But I mean, that says more than what our other hosts can say for themselves. They'll be back, hopefully. And our guest host for today, introduce yourself. What do you do here? Who are you? Things about you.
Hi, my name is Jack Rombough. That's spelled R-O-M-B-O-U-G-H. First name is J-A-C-K. I'm an esports and gaming major at the Pompey College of Business. And today I interview people. But for the most part, I hop around to different clubs on campus. I'm part of Crew, CCIF, FCA. Really recommend you guys come.
Alright, so today we're talking about video games.
So this is Chatting with Chargers, where we interview the Chargers here at University of New Haven. So I want to ask you real quick. What game had the most impact on you and why?
Video games, huh? We talking about video games.
I know for me it was Forza Motorsport 6, made me love cars.
Wow, okay.
Yeah, great game.
So a game that I've been playing a lot lately is NBA 2K26. But for me, what had the most impact was Fortnite. Fortnite.
Bro, especially during COVID.
Yes.
Bro, that's where it's at, man. Come on.
You get me.
Yo, Chapter 2, Season 2?
Oh, my God.
Oh, my goodness.
Come on, Jack.
Yeah,
We
man.
know ball.
Exactly. Hey, for me, though, it was, what's the name? Chapter 3, Season 1. When they added Spider-Man.
Really?
Daily Bugle. Oh, my goodness, dude. Every single day. All right, so my second question. When you're playing video games, what do you usually gravitate towards?
What do you mean,
Like, you got a favorite genre?
favorite genre? I like RPGs. I like a little story mode game, get me immersed. I like the question-based games. I forgot what it's called specifically.
Like the Telltale?
Telltale.
Yeah, there we go.
Yes.
Hey, Wolf Among Us, one of the greatest
Yes,
games I've played. Exactly, man. Let's go. Oh my gosh.
Wolf Among Us is a great.
Hey, he
game.
knows ball.
No, you know ball.
Exactly.
The Walking Dead, good, great games.
I've never played that one actually.
Though I haven't played it either. I've seen a lot of playthroughs though.
I saw like Markiplier play it years ago.
Yeah. I was like Corey Kenshin, Berlizzi, and them. So yeah. But yeah, those are the type of games I like to play. Unfortunately, I don't play the game as much as I used to, but every time I get on, it's a great time.
Yeah. Hey, eventually I gotta do it. It's in my Steam account.
Come on.
But right now, Forza Horizon 5 is taking my whole interest. I just got like the Hyundai concept car from the Backstage Pass. Bro, I got that thing upgraded and everything. Alrighty, day one, like legit 2 hours ago. All right, so cut that part. I need to remember the questions.
No, you're good, man. He gonna cut all the parts. He gonna get it clipped.
You're gonna make it real good. You're gonna AI like fix up my face too, you know. You're gonna get me like you know how the JoJo characters got like the chins and everything? Yeah, bro. That's what's gonna happen. All right, what's a game that surprised you for better or for worse, and how did games fit in your life? All right, rolling in 3, 2, 1. So tell me, you got any games that surprised you, like for better or for worse?
That's a great question.
Minecraft, really?
I'm not gonna lie. Look, listen. When I first started playing Minecraft, I didn't realize. I think for me it was a very special game because of the community. Like it was like all my friends play Minecraft. Mind you, this is when I was very young in age, but even still, it was like even on YouTube, I'd watch a lot of videos where it was like interactive role play, certain stuff like you said, Spider-Man.
Yeah, I remember that.
Assassin's Creed, all these things like all in Minecraft. So like, yeah, Minecraft is very near and dear to my heart. I didn't expect it to have the impact that it had in my life. So yeah.
I wish I could say the same. I haven't played it I played it maybe 5 times since I was 10. I don't know. I think like when I was 10, like I was building a hotel in Minecraft, and I had like a swimming floor. I had like a really nice furnished floor,
yes.
and then I had a floor just for storing lava.
Really?
Yeah, and I made the walls out of wood. Like what I expect to happen.
How you do that, Jack?
I don't know, know, dude. I was like 10. Bro, I was so sad. I was like crying. I'm just like, Mom, my hotel broke down. All right, so I got one more for you today.
One more.
So how do video games fit into your daily life?
My daily life? Well, most of the time I really get on the game just to interact with friends at this point. It's not really, being a college student, life gets busy. But every time I get on the game, it's just a chance to wind down, cool off, and talk with some friends that I haven't seen in a while. So I got a great community of people on the game, so.
That's beautiful, man. Hey, I wish the same could go for me. I play Apex. Yeah, there's no whining now with that. Anyways, thank you so much for the interview.
Of course.
God bless,
you.
man.
I appreciate you. God bless you.
Anytime, bro.
Today on Chatting with Chargers, our Friday edition, we are talking about video games, asking people. So first, what video game has had the biggest impact on you, and what about it made it so memorable?
Honest with you, it's probably the first Super Mario Brothers from 1984. I was born that year, just to age me, but that was the first video game I probably really got addicted to, where I really wanted to beat it and play it over and over and over again. It's probably 1A and 1B. Sonic the Hedgehog also, when it came out, I was around when it came out. I remember playing that game and really wanted to beat it as much as possible. Actually being really happy when I got through that whole game. And loving the music as well.
We got a lot of people talking about, Mario lately. We had the movie thing, people talking about the movie. So, when you're choosing a game to play, how do you decide what to pick, and what keeps you coming back to certain games?
So now I don't have as much time as I used to the game, so I don't play as many online games anymore. So a lot of times when I'm picking a game, it's because I'm really probably excited about the combat in it, or what the mechanics are in the game, and then maybe the story that it's telling. That's typically how I pick games nowadays.
Yeah, I can understand that, not having enough time, like, now I'll go home on the weekends on, like, one day a week to, maybe fit a couple hours in of a game, but...
I'll try to knock some time out. I'll try to give myself at least a day on the weekend where I can play. At least a 2-hour gap, 2-hour span of time.
Yeah, it's understandable. What's a game that surprised you either way, better or worse than you expected, and what changed your opinion on it?
I still remember the first time I played Batman Arkham Asylum in 2009. I grew up with Batman games being pretty garbage. They really were. Like, stuff with the NES one, and maybe Return of Joker, and Adventures of Batman and Robin on the Genesis I really liked, but most of them really weren't good. And then I remember I bought it used. I got a used version of Batman Arkham Asylum, and I was blown away by it. I couldn't believe how good it was. Until this day, I haven't played it in a while, but that's one of the games I always go back to. It's like that. And then Arkham City was even greater, but Arkham Asylum blew me away the first time I played it, and I was shocked by how good it was.
And finally, how do video games fit into your daily life, and why do you think they're such a big part of entertainment today?
When I don't play every day, but sometimes I listen to a video game podcast. I listen to video game music. Like, I do have like my iPods here. I have playlists with video game music on it. And the second part is like, why is it?
Why do you think they're such
So
a big part
big
of
part of-
entertainment today?
Oh, 'cause I think it's one of the greatest social things that young people have nowadays. When I was a kid, socially, I had to get with friends and get into a room and sit next to each other to play with my friends. And we would usually do that Friday night, Saturday night. But now you can just log in on a phone or a laptop, whatever, a computer, video game console, and you can play with friends here or friends back home or around the world. So I think that's one of the reasons. The interactivity, of course, is still great. I think it's the ability to control what you're seeing and create things, especially with sandboxes like Minecraft and Roblox, or any game where you can make stuff happen. And it's not really about the end of the game, it's just what can you do with friends. So I think that's what makes it super popular nowadays compared to where it was, 30, 40 years ago. Thank you.
Yeah, well, thank you for your time. This is Chatting with Chargers.
Thank you for joining us today here on Chatting with Chargers. What video game has made the biggest impact on you, and what about it has made it so memorable?
So, I think the biggest one the last couple of years has been, it's going to be a Warhammer game, because you know me and my Warhammer.
Yeah.
Darktide. I met one of, it was my junior year, I met one of a longtime friend on there. He's from Florida. Probably played almost every day since my sophomore year on Darktide. That game just has a great community. A lot of the 40K games do, like Space Marine 2 and things like that. Those are the games I prefer to play. So, yeah.
And when you're choosing a game to play, how do you decide what to pick and what keeps you coming back to certain games?
The biggest thing for me is replayability. If you play a game once and there's not going to be variation between when you do it, I tend to get bored pretty easily. So things like Darktide uses an AI generation tool when it comes to spawning things, so you're never going to get the same enemy type to spawn over and over again. Like, you could get 4 bosses one game and you could get 2 bosses the next game.
Yeah.
So it's things like that that keep me coming back, is being able to replay the same mission, but it feels like you're playing something different every single time you load it up.
Yeah. And what's a game that surprised you either way, better or worse than you expected, and what changed your opinion about it?
Ooh. I'm trying to think. What came out? So I'm not a big PvP player, but what was that PvPvE game, Arc Raiders, that just came out? I picked that up. I wasn't sure if I was gonna like that or not because of the whole PvPvE.
Yeah.
But again, this kind of goes back to community. The people there, they're not all about PvP, so you can go and just play PvE in a game that has PvP.
Yeah.
So that game genuinely surprised me because I wasn't sure if I was gonna like it when it was like $40, but it's got a great community with it. They're actively still, like, they just came out with a PvE event a couple weeks ago, so they're very open to going or helping the people that don't want to do just PvP.
Yeah, absolutely. And we got one more question for you. How do you think video games fit into your daily life, and why do you think they're such a big part of entertainment today?
Well, so as far as why they're such a big form of entertainment, I think in this day and age we rely so heavily on technology as a whole that I think as kids are growing up, or like being born now, they're being born into a world where we have so much technology, and I think video games have not replaced but are basically what board games were for our parents. So it's like a hobby. That's how I view it. For me, video games are a hobby. It's like if I'm coming back from work and it's been a long, stressful day, I can sit down with my buddy and play a nice game of Darktide, and gets my mind off things. So at least that's how I like to use video games. It's a form of like de-stressing. It's a hobby. It's a way to just calm down.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you for joining us today, Wyatt.
Yeah, of course. Thank you.
Thank you so much for joining us on Chatting with Chargers. What video game had the biggest impact on you, and what made it so memorable?
Probably the Pokemon franchise, just mainly because my brother got me into it and I kind of became obsessed.
I would have to say the same thing. I'm also a big Pokemon fan. My favorite probably my first one was Pokemon Scarlet, and that's what really got me into it.
When you're choosing a game, how do you decide what to pick and what keeps you coming back to certain games?
It tends to be if there's a variety of gameplay within the game, so like if I can do multiple different styles of tasks, then it keeps my interest longer.
I tend to pick games that are recommended to me either from watching other people play it or my friends playing it.
Was there a game that surprised you for better or for worse, and what about it surprised you?
I was shocked when I played the God of War game, the one right before Ragnarok. I didn't expect to like it, but it was surprisingly not insanely impossible to complete tasks in.
A game that surprised me was probably Pokemon Pokopia, because I wasn't expecting it to be as good as it was.
How do video games fit into your daily life?
They're the main way I use to like de-stress and like relax after class.
Yeah, I usually play video games like every day, so.
Alright, thank you so much for joining us.
So this is Chatting with Chargers, and today we're talking about video games. So I want to ask you real quick, what video game was the most influential for you?
Influential? Probably like the OG Mario games. I used to play that all the time with my dad. He had an Atari, and he was a big Nintendo freak, so that's like the first era games I ever played.
I mean, hey, my dad was an Atari freak, so I get it. He was just like, we got like a flashback. He was just like, oh, you gotta try out this game, Yard's Revenge. This game is better than all your modern games, dude. So, second question. Let me think. What do you think's coming first? GTA 6 or Steel Ball Run Episode 2?
Steel Ball Run Episode 2. All right, we got Silk Song before GTA 6. That's huge. That's huge.
I don't know. I think 2050 as like a release date for both is pretty concrete. Netflix, get on that. Another thing, when you play video games, how do you pick which one you're gonna play that day?
It depends on a lot. Guess it depends on, do I want to play Mario Kart and crush everyone's soul? Or, do I want to just sit there and scream at Silksong for about, 3 to 4 hours trying to beat one boss?
Yeah, I was going to say, screaming at Silksong's definitely a mood. We do got a 1v1 on Mario Kart sometime, though. You were not crushing my soul. No, sir. And for my last question here today, favorite video game of all time?
Favorite video game all time? All right. I gotta say it because it's, you always gotta have that 2-week phase. It's gotta be Minecraft. It's
Really?
such a great game.
It is a great
You
game.
can always pick it up whenever, and you can always put it down whenever.
Yeah, I put it down for 10 years.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, hey, for me, my favorite game of all time is Forza Horizon 3. I'm a
Pretty
car
good.
nerd. Pretty good.
Yeah.
Amen. Hey, it was so nice seeing you. God bless.
Thank you.
So today, on our Friday edition of Chatting with Chargers, we're asking people about video games. So what video game has had the biggest impact on you, and what about it made it so memorable?
Oh, biggest impact. This is not the lamest answer, but I've been playing RuneScape since I was in literally middle school. So going on about, I would say, 15 years, maybe a little bit longer than that. There are definitely some moments where I'm not actively playing it, but it is still one of my favorite games. I don't know. It was just my first exposure to an MMORPG, and I never really had played one of those before. I loved the skilling aspect, and I got really, really proud of actually getting towards maxing out all of my skills. Made some really awesome friends on there that some of them I still talk to even to this day, which is really awesome. And I just love its art style, how it's evolved over time as well. Yeah.
So, when you're choosing a game to play, how do you decide what to pick, and what keeps you coming back to certain games?
Oh, that's a good question. I think I'm trying to figure out what kind of mood I'm in. If I want to be social, then I'll definitely go for something that is more multiplayer. So I often play Dead by Daylight, especially if I'm trying to go for that more horror or suspense moment. If I'm trying to go for something that's more solo, I'll go for a roguelite, Blatro, Slay the Spire 2 I just got into recently. I've been obsessed with it. But it kind of depends on where I'm at energy level wise and if I want to have engagement with other people at the same time.
What's a game that surprised you, either for better or worse than you expected, and what changed your opinion about it?
Oh, that's a hard question to answer. I think I would have to say the Resident Evil games that I have watched people play recently. Before, I thought it was just a horror game with, I wouldn't say a lot of substance, but I wasn't really sure how in-depth the stories actually went. And I've actually been going through and watching some folks play them that I know that loved them growing up. And so now I get to see all the nuance in those games, like how their stories connect and how they've evolved over time. And I think actually really sitting down and appreciating the through plots is something that really changed my opinion of that one. I never disliked it. I just wasn't necessarily sure how into it I would be. Yeah.
And last question, how do video games fit into your daily life, and why do you think they're such a big part of entertainment today?
Oh golly, I mean, I play games every single day. I think that it's a great way for me to unwind, and I think that other folks definitely feel the same way. So if I have either a difficult day at work or a long day at work, or I've just been out and doing a lot, I can kind of sit down, have an objective that I can meet, or have a goal that I'm trying to reach long term, and it's kind of nice to return to that thing and make progress on it, which is really nice. So I feel in a way productive. But it also is a really great social aspect, like I already mentioned. So I love to catch up with my friends while we're playing games. We're not always just doing in-game comms, just about the game. We're catching up about our days, upcoming trips, things like that. And it's really nice to have that way to connect with folks. I think their impact on media overall was that was the second half of the question.
Yeah, it was basically just, why do you think they're such a big part of entertainment today?
Entertainment, that's what it is. I think they kind of meet our needs right now. And what I mean by that is that you can kind of drop it off when you need to, and then go back and pick it up, and you don't necessarily lose your progress in most of those games. And I think that having it kind of consistently available to you when you're available makes it easier to say, okay, I know I'm going to return to this later. If I don't have the time right now, or if I'm not in the right headspace right now, I can go back to it. But it is a lot more, I think, engaging and active than a lot of media that at least I've seen recently. And I guess what I mean by that is I often see people like watching movies or watching shows, or even when they're hanging out with their friends, they're on their phone kind of multitasking, even if it's subconsciously. You really got to lock in when it comes to gaming, and so I find that attentiveness and that intentional kind of focus on it is what people are looking for right now, even if they don't necessarily like have the words for it.
All right, thank you for your time. This is Chatting with Chargers.
So this is Chatting with Chargers, where I talk to all the Chargers all around University of New Haven, and today's topic is video games. So as a video gamer, I gotta know, what game had the most impact on you, man?
So, I mean, I think it's kind of something I do for the school. I would say that, like, it's definitely kind of just, it's pretty fair to say. I think it'd be Overwatch.
Let me guess.
Yeah.
Oh, I was gonna say Valorant.
Yeah, no, God, no. God, no.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, no,
Come on, man. I
yeah.
like that game.
Yeah, I kind of been playing Overwatch, like half my life, so, you know, I might as well just have it there.
Yeah, I feel that, dude. I was playing in 2016, too.
Yeah.
So, when you're picking a video game to play, what do you usually decide for?
I usually do play just like competitive shooters or like competitive games, but like, you know, I do occasionally play like some like story, like single player games like here and then, but I mostly do kind of just play like some competitive games like more, especially when I'm in a stable, that is.
Yeah, you see, I would be doing that myself, but right now I'm bronze 5 in everything I got. So, I got a serious question for you. What do you think's coming first? The next episode of Steel Ball Run or GTA 6?
They'll probably release the second episode soon.
You sure?
Yeah, I think.
You remember what happened to Stone Ocean?
It wasn't that bad. It wasn't that bad.
Oh, come on.
It wasn't that bad. I wasn't that mad at the batch release.
I was a little bit disappointed. Netflix, please. Alright, I got one more. Because we were both in esports in high school, I just gotta ask. How did the skills from being an esports player in high school transfer over to college?
I wouldn't say it had much to entirely do from like going from high school to college, but I would say it was just continuing to like play the game and like reach out besides just doing it competitively for the school, like doing it like semi-professionally, even though like, you know, now obviously like at the pro player level, like I feel like that's what kind of helped me grow more than like the system itself.
I was gonna say, give it 5 years, you might be there.
Thank you, bro. Thank you.
Hey, hopeful thinking,
Yeah,
man.
thank you, bro.
Hey,
All right.
it's so nice talking with you.
Of course, bro.
West Essex forever. Thank you, bro. Peace.
Thank you for joining us again here on Chatting with Chargers. What video game has made the biggest impact on you, and what about it is just so memorable?
I was a big Rainbow Six Siege, gamer back in the day, and I think the reason it really left an impact on me in my life was it was like a team-based game, and it required a lot of like coordination. So I had to find like a solid group of friends online, people I don't know, and I actually formed like a very strong bond with these people. I actually met up with one of them in Michigan, and now so I go to his house for Thanksgiving. Like the first time we met, we're like, oh, you're not gonna murder me, right? Like, haha, like meeting people on the internet. So, but yeah, he's actually one of my like closest friends to this day. So I think video games, like as much as the media tries to portray it as like a bad thing, it can bring people together, honestly. Yeah.
It would be nice if that would end. It's 2026 and people are using logic from the 90s still.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. Yeah.
When you're choosing a game to play, like how do you decide what to pick?
Well, I used to be more into FPS shooters, but I've sort of transitioned into like horror games and single player stuff.
Yeah.
I think it really just comes with age, Like a lot of the time, the younger guys, they're into like Fortnite or like shooters. But once you get older and you got like a more exquisite taste in games, you'll start to like go to like single player games like Subnautica, That's a game I didn't like. It was out for a minute, but like I didn't even play it until like recently. I'm like, dang, this is like good, So I think it just comes with age, man. So that's my answer to that.
Yeah. And what's a game that surprised you either way, better or worse than you expected?
There's this game called Outlast, the Outlast Trials. I played the Outlast, like the single player version, and that surprised me because like I knew they said it was like the scariest game ever, and like when I played it, they were right. So that was like surprising that it invoked such fear in me to be so scared of the game to not even want to touch it. It takes that means you made a really good game if it's just like doing what it's supposed to do, I guess, right?
Yeah. And I got one more for you. How do video games fit into your daily life?
Well, I'm a student athlete on the football team, so you know, my daily life. I mean, I don't play it daily anymore, but like I play it on the weekends just to like decompress, cool off, because I'm laying down. You know, I gotta rest my body, and it's just good. Hang out. That's also a time for me to talk to my friends online, like I said. So it's just a good like hangout time for me.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you for joining us again.
Thank you.
So, thank you so much for joining us on Chatting with Chargers. What video game has had the biggest impact on you? What about it made it so memorable?
It had to be Destiny. I don't know if you guys know what that is. Destiny 2. I started playing it when I was around 10. I formed a lot of stuff like that. Like I started making friends through it, stuff like that. And I'm not a very much like outgoing person. Like I'm not like always going out, going to parties, stuff like that. So I thought like, I got through games and like manga, stuff like that. Like I have a Spider-Man tattoo. Like I'm in love with Marvels and comics and all that stuff.
When you're choosing a game to play, how do you go about deciding what game?
I watch like a lot of like Twitch stuff like that. So I'm in love with Overwatch, Marvel Rivals, those kind of games. So I like seeing gameplay on it. I'm not very much into the story-based games, but I've been starting to get into more of that because I watch like TikTok stuff and all that kind of stuff. So I like seeing gameplay.
What game surprised you for better or for worse, and what about it surprised you?
Elden Ring, actually. I got into it when it was first released and it was coming out. It was going to be Game of the Year, stuff like that. So I want to see what it was all about, and it just blown me away. It was a beautiful game.
How do video games fit into your daily life?
Similar to what Success said, I'm a student athlete here on campus, so it's kind of hard to find time. And I like to fill it reading manga, but I do play Overwatch occasionally because those are like, I like playing games that don't require a lot of upkeep, so you can just hop in, play a game, and just get off. So.
Well, thank you so much for joining us.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you so much for watching Season 2, episode number 19 of Chatting with Chargers. We've done 19 of these already. With that being said, new episode. Oh, gotta introduce ourselves again. I'm your host and producer, Thomas Maynard, co-host and event coordinator.
And I'm Relkin.
Some dude.
Rob Dillman.
The guest host.
Jack Rombough.
New episodes every Friday, 12 p.m. Daily posts on Instagram at Chatting with Chargers every single day in your Instagram feed. So that being said, we'll see you next week.
I got one last thing to say to the camera, though. God bless, game on, and get pumped for next Friday!